hear a lot of talk about innovation and the importance of innovation. But all too often, people walk away not really understanding what was being talked about or how it relates to them, let alone how to translate any of it into action. And a lot of the talk about innovators and their innovations is heavily influenced by myths and romanticized stories. So let's expose and dispel of some of these myths, such as innovation is reserved only for an elite group of gifted geniuses like Edison, Da Vinci, Marie Curie, or Steve Jobs. These may be all-stars of innovation, maybe, but everyone can innovate. And great ideas, both big and small, have and can come from anyone. We also tend to romanticize the process of innovation, making it seem like it's something that happens mostly by accident and is mostly out of our control. For example, 3M's Spencer Silver, when he created a weak adhesive that eventually led to the Post-it note, when he was actually working very hard to invent an extra strong adhesive. Now sure, accidental discoveries will happen, but make no mistake, innovation is no accident. Another myth is when we attribute innovation to eureka moments, such as with the popular story of Sir Isaac Newton sitting under an apple tree when an apple falls and he instantly thinks of the law of universal gravitation. But even Charles Darwin, when he spoke of his theory of evolution, he talked about it as though it were the product of a sudden eureka moment. Yet when researchers went back through his journals and writings, it was obvious that he had been working on that theory for many, many years. Innovation is almost always the result of intentional and deliberate work effort that evolves over time. Another myth is that innovation almost always involves a high degree of risk-taking and luck. This makes innovation seem more like gambling and something completely out of our control. Innovators don't prefer to leave things to chance and luck. They recognize that like any skill, people can learn and grow their innovation capabilities with practice, experience, and hard work. We also tend to talk about innovation only in terms of big, grand, game-changing breakthrough products like the light bulb, the iPad, or the latest smartphone. This can be very intimidating as well. Innovation is not limited to new products. Innovations can range from small and incremental to large and transformational and everything in between. And innovations, both small and large, are important and have value. Another myth is that innovation is all about discovery. For example, the notion that Albert Einstein discovered his famous equation E=mc². Albert Einstein did not discover that famous equation. He created it. He didn't discover it as if it were something out there hidden like buried treasure. He created it. Just as we would never say that Leonardo da Vinci discovered the Mona Lisa, or that Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak discovered the personal computer. They created them, and innovators are skilled at viewing the world and their work through a creating lens. Now, these are just a few of the myths about innovation. Myths that, again, can distort our perception of innovation as well as our perception of our own ability to innovate.